Year 4 in Maths today we're going to be looking at page 7 and 8 in your Maths CGP books. So this is column addition and subtraction. So we did already go over column addition on Tuesday, but I'm just going to go over an example quickly in case you have forgotten. So if we look at question 2C. 528 add 196. So when I'm doing column addition, I need to make sure all of my digits are lined up. My hundreds, my tens, and my ones. When I'm doing column addition, I always start with my ones column. So for this question, I'm going to do 8 add 6. 8 add 6, I know is 14. But what I need to do is I need to regroup. So I put my 4 here, and then need to carry my 10 from 14. And then do 9, add 2, which I know is 11, add 1 is 12. So I put my 2 here, and I carry my 10. 5, add 1 is 6, add another 1 is 7. So my answer for that question would be 724. Okay, if we now look at these questions here. So if we look at question 4C. So this is with a decimal point. Now don't let the decimal point confuse you. 3.1 add 5.23. 3.1 add 5 point, can you see I've put my decimal point in the same place, 5.23. Now what I'm going to do is put a 0 in my gap, which acts as a placeholder. I've got my ones, because 3 and 5 on their own would be a 1, and then after my decimal point I've got my tenths and my hundredths. Now don't let those words confuse you, they're just the names of the column for after the decimal point. So do the exact same. I start on my right hand column, my last column. 0 add 3 is 3. 1 add 2 is 3. Put my decimal point in the exact same place. So line it all up. 3 add 5 is 8. So my answer would be 8.33. Okay, I'm now going to go on to column subtraction. If we look at question 1H, 754 take away 538. So I've got my hundreds, my tens, and my ones. Now, with column addition, it doesn't really matter which order you put the numbers, but with column subtraction, your largest number always needs to go at the top. So my larger number is 754, so I put that number on the top. Now, what I need to do is start with my ones column as usual. 4 take away 8. Now I can't do 4 take away 8, so what I need to do is go over to my next column and I need to borrow a 10. So I need to borrow a 10. So this 5 becomes 4 because I've taken a 10. I'm going to put my 10 in my ones column. So instead of 4, it becomes 14. 14 take away 8, I know, is 6. Then I go into my tens column. So instead of it being 5, it's now 4. 4 take away 3 is 1. 7 take away 5 is 2. So my answer for that question would be 216. Now, if we have a look at question 2D. So it says, what are the missing numbers? My question is 157 take away something equals 82. Now, when I'm finding a missing number, so I don't know what this number is, I need to do the inverse. I need to do the opposite. And I know the opposite of subtraction is addition. So what I need to do is 157 add 82. So I've got my hundreds, my tens and ones. 7 add 2 is 9. 5 add 8 is 13. So put my 3 here, carry my 1. 1 add 1 is 2. So my answer should be 239. Now, if I wanted to check this question, whether it was right, I would do 239 take away 157, because remember, larger number always needs to go on the top when you're doing column subtraction. So 9 take away 7 is 2. 3 take away 5. Now I can't do 3 take away 5, so what do I need to do? I need to borrow from my neighbour. So that becomes 1, and I put my 10 in my tens column. So it becomes 13 take away 5. 13 take away 5, I know, is 8. Now, 1 take away 1 is 0. So my answer is 82. So I was correct. Okay, now the last question I'm going to look at with you is question 5. Now this is a word problem, so it is quite a lot of information, but don't let it confuse you. It says, at the beginning of the day, a supermarket had 12,462 Codman toys. After the release of the film Codman and Halibut Girl, the toys were in great demand. By the end of the day, 1,285 had been sold. How many were left? The first thing I'm going to do is underline my 2 key parts of information. And my 2 key parts of information are my numbers. So I've got 12,462 and I've got 1,285. And it's telling me this is the amount that they had and this is the amount that have been sold. It's asking me how many were left. So started with 12,462. By the end of the day, 1,285 had been sold. 1,285 had been sold. What I need to do is subtract, because 1,285 had been sold. So I've got my larger number on top as usual, and I'm going to do 2 take away 5. Now I can't do 2 take away 5, so I need to go over to my next column. I need to borrow a 10. So that becomes 5. That then becomes 12. 12 take away 5, I know is 7. 5 take away 8. Again, I can't do 5 take away 8. So I need to borrow from my next column. So this becomes 3. This becomes 15. So I've got 15 take away 8. 15 take away 8 is 7. Then go over to my next column. 3 take away 2 is 1. 2 take away 1 is 1. 1 take away nothing is 1. So my answer It's 11,177. There's 11,177 left. Okay, those are all of the questions that I'm going to go through with you today. But let us know if you have any questions.